Hello everybody, and welcome to another deck tech, another gameplay video for you. Today we have a Pixie deck, which is a deck that I think is really nicely situated to seize on the brave new world that we're in of Standard. It's lost a few pieces in the blue space with Innkeeper's Talent, not Innkeeper's Talent, the other one, Storm Chaser's Talent going, but I think an Orzhov build of this deck brings us a nice little attack the hand, kind of put things on the battlefield, just be really annoying, and it's quite a tight deck list. It's got a nice little sideboard, and of course if you like what you see here, then I would love it if you could drop a like down below. I'm trying to get to 25 subscribers, which would be lovely, and of course if you like and you want to have an input, please do comment. Tell me what you think about the decks, tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like, and what you do differently. I love a bit of conversation down below, but without further ado, let's get into the deck. Now, it starts off with the 4 of Nurturing Pixie, which, you know, it's a Pixie deck, so you expect to see it. It's just a 1-power flyer that picks something up, and it puts a +1/+1 counter if it's a permanent returned this way. You know, don't know why you would return non-land fairy. Oh, okay. I don't know why you'd return anything else, but it's just a good little deck card, and it's the engine of the deck, I guess, in a way. We're pairing that with a 3 of Sunpel Kirin because we want that effect again. This is a 2-mana flash variant, and as you'll see in one of the games, or a few of the games, this does come in clutch at flash speed. Sometimes you can really do some nice little shenanigans to it, or with it. Outside of that, we've also got 2 Airbenders Ascension. Now, this wasn't in my original draft of the deck, but as I've played along, it's kind of snuck in from the sideboard into the main deck, because being able to just... It's a removal spell on turn 2, essentially, or at least it's a tempo spell on turn 2, airbending a target creature away. And then our whole shtick is playing creatures and repeating their ETBs. Now, it's only creatures that it helps with, and not our like momentum breakers and nowhere to runs and stuff, but just returning a Pixie at the end of turn to return something else, or a Sunpel Kirin to return something else, really helps. And then Dreambeavers, you can, you know, bring it back, and you gain life, and they lose a life again, and you scry one. So it's just... If you can get it there, you typically see Pixie as a really fast deck, and this is quite a fast deck, but this is just nice to have as that insurance piece. Outside of that, we'll just go through the normal deck. Those are the ways to kind of repeat ETBs. We've got 2 Lightstalled Inquisitor, which is one of my favourite cards. It's a 2/1 with Vigilance, and they exile a card from their hand, and it costs 1 more to cast, which is always nice. We've got Novice Inspector, 3 of in the deck. When he enters, you investigate, so you get a clue. It's nice to be able to just crack that clue later on in down the game, and he swings in for 1, and if it counts for anything, he blocks pretty well as well, because he's a 1/2. We've got 4 of Dreambeavers. This was originally none, then 2, and then 4. It's just Dreambeavers. It's just such a good little card. It's a 1/1. Beaver Nightmare, which is a great creature type, and it has flying, and when it enters, each opponent loses life, and you gain life, and you scry 1. So, perfect little thing for us to do. Turn 1, deal a damage, scry 1 into your next thing. The Eagles Are Coming is probably, I think, the only new card in the deck. I would like to change that, so we'll go back over the cards later, but this is the reason I built this deck. The Eagles Are Coming is a 2-mana instant speed. It has kicker of 2 and 2 white. Choose target creature you own. If the spell was kicked, instead choose any number of target creatures you own. Return each chosen creature to your hand, and then at the beginning of your next upkeep, create a 4/4 white bird soldier creature token with flying for each creature returned to your hand this way. This is the piece I think this deck has really been waiting for. That's why I've brought it in. There's only a 2 of because I only own 2 of them, and to be honest, I'm not really sure you want more than 2 in the main deck. It doesn't come up always, and maybe it would be worth having in the sideboard an extra 2 of. But this, I guess this is in the same category as Airbender Ascension and Nurturing Pixie. It repeats the ETB, but more importantly, you get that 4/4 at the beginning of the next upkeep. So it's really good to just save a creature, or save all your creatures, and then have 4/4s to swing in with next turn. It's a really, really good little card. We've got 4 of Deep Cavern Bat. We all know what Deep Cavern Bat does, and it's just nice. It's just a really good card in this deck. Momentum Breaker is probably low-key my favourite card of this deck. It's a 2-mana enchantment. It has Start Your Engines, and when it enters, each opponent sacrifices a creature or vehicle of their choice. Each opponent who can't discards a card. Now, this is really good for just disrupting control opponents. You know, I always thought of Momentum Breaker as a removal spell, and it was in here as a removal spell initially, but it's so good to just drop down. Opponent discards a card. You play Nurturing Pixie, pick it back up, play it again, opponent discards a card. It just wrecks whatever plans they had in their brain, and it's repeatable. And if you really need to, you can gain life equal to the speed of your Start Your Engines. So it's a really nice card. It goes in a few different decks, I think. We've got 4 Nowhere to Runs. Again, we all know what Nowhere to Run does. It enters -3/-3, and opponent's card can be the target of spell abilities as though they didn't have flashback, and ward abilities of creatures don't trigger. So it's nice to have for other removal as well. Inspiring Overseer in the 3-drop slot, we've got 3 of those. It's a flyer. When it enters, you gain life and you draw a card. It's in here because it draws us a card. It's a flyer, it's a body, and it's a repeatable ECB with Airbender Ascension. The life is nice, the card is better. 2 Corpses of the Lost. Again, this is one of the cards that started off life in the sideboard, but has moved to the main board because it's nice to put down and pick back up again. You know, you create a 2/2, well, a 3/2 really if it's on the field, and it has haste. So excellent. At the beginning of your own step, if you descended this turn, you may pay 1 life. If you do, return it to your hand anyway. So you don't necessarily need the Nurturing Pixie to do it. If you can just swing in suicidally or swing in with a few things, you're going to get it anyway. So it's just a nice little card to have. There's only 2 in the deck because I only own 2. Then I'm in my finisher slot, if you will, I'm trialing an Appa, Steadfast Guardian, a 4-mana 3/4 with flash and flying. And when he enters, you airbend any number of target non-land permanents you control. And whenever you cast a spell from exile, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Does everything we want to do. It can save creatures at the end of in combat or for a board wipe, although Appa doesn't stay around after the board wipe, so you don't get the 1/1 ally tokens, but whatever, it can still do that. If anything, it's a 3/4 flash flying, which is kind of what we need in this deck to punch through. We don't really end games that quickly. We do, but sometimes you just need that extra je ne sais quoi to end the game, and Appa could do that. We've not seen him do it yet, but he could do that theoretically. And Starfield Shepherd completes the creature count in the deck. It's a 5 mana 3/2 with flying, and when it enters, you search your library for a basic plains or a creature card with mana value 1 or less, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. And it has warp for 1 and a white, so it does everything we want to do in the deck. You know, we get 2 triggers out of this, 2 casts out of this, the first warp and then the 5 mana, and then we can just go and get 2 nurturing pixies from that, which probably advances our game plan no end. If we need that extra bit of damage, we go and get Dream Beavers. If we need card draw, we go and get another Inspector. If we need land, we go and get land. There's only 3 planes in the deck, so it doesn't really work for like more than twice, but hey, it's quite nice. The land, we've got 1 Abandoned Air Temple, 3 plains, 2 swamp, 3 Beach Bone Verge, 2 Concealed Courtyard, 4 Godless Shrine, 2 Shattered Sanctum, 1 Demolition Field, and 2 Starting Town. I haven't had any problems with the land really. The keen-eyed among you will probably be saying that's not a lot of land, but we're doing 1 mana, 2 mana things. You know, we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've only got 8 cards above 3. Well, we've only got 3 cards above 3 mana, to be honest. We've got 5 cards at 3 mana. I did originally run a Momo in this deck to make these creatures cheaper, but he wasn't really doing much. He wasn't doing what I wanted to. Yeah, it made our creature spells cheaper, but we couldn't pick him up and put him back down again for value, and it just didn't work. And Dream Beavers did a lot more for me. So in terms of the sideboard, this is the thing that's changing most about the deck. I've got 2 Authority of the Councils in case we're coming up against a aggro deck or a deck that cares about their creature tokens coming in to block us, as comes up in one of the games. We've got 2 Helpful Hunters, because if we're in a kind of mid-rangey deck and we need to draw cards more than we need to remove creature spells, like Nowhere to Run, if they're not really playing that many things, Helpful Hunter helps us churn through. Rest in peace for the obvious graveyard decks. Corroding Dragonstorm, I think that's what that said, Corroding Dragonstorm, is nice to be able to put down, pick back up. In the same vein as Dream Beavers, it's that bit of reach that we need. If we're playing against a control deck or a mid-range deck where the game goes a bit longer, we just need that extra bit of reach. This gives us that bit of reach for 2 mana. They lose 2, we gain 2, and we surveil 2. So we get a lot for 2 mana, and we can pick it back up and do it again. We've got a Corrupt Court Official in here, just the one of, because when it enters, target opponent discards a card, because again, against a control deck, it's nice to disrupt their hand. In the same vein, we've got 2 Skullcap Snail, which exiles the card instead of discards it. Then we've got 2 Obsessive Pursuit, the newest card in the sideboard. I played against an Obsessive Pursuit deck, as you'll probably see, and it made me think, oh, do you know what? This would actually be a pretty good card in those kind of long form games where we're not going to be removing creatures in a control game. So we can take out the Nowhere to Runs, bring in the 2 Obsessive Pursuits, and then we can accumulate those clue tokens and potentially swing big. We need something that makes our creatures bigger. This is that in a little bit of a nutshell. And, you know, I reckon it will do pretty nicely. And if it's losing us too much life, we can just pick it back up again. We've got another Appa, Steadfast Guardian, in here for the same reasons as we had the first one. And then one of my favourite cards of the last set, or of the Spider-Man set, is the Black Cat Cunning Thief. It's a 5 mana 2/3 human rogue villain. When it enters, you look at the top 9 cards of target opponent's library and exile 2 of them face down. Then put the rest on the bottom of the library in any order. You may play those spells for as long as they remained exiled. You don't even have to have Black Cat on the field. So that's perfect. You know, again, against those control decks, mid-range decks, this comes down out of nowhere. You know, they're not expecting a Black Cat Cunning Thief, and we just get their 2 best pieces. Even if we're taking the 2 best pieces for their deck and they don't work in our deck, that means they don't have them. So it's a 5 mana card. It comes in for the Starfield Shepherd if we just want to be a bit more ridiculous, you know, maybe comes in for the Appa, but I've not brought it in from the sideboard yet, but I would love to. Actually, I think that's a lie. I think I have it. We just haven't seen it, but that is the Pixie deck. We did quite well with it, actually. We played the 5 games of 3 that we customarily do on the channel, and we went 4-1. So that's actually, we went 3-1-1, because one of the games ended in a draw, because our opponent decided to create a lot of tokens with a doppelganged doubling season. So they copied the doubling season and then copied a load of other things that made them tokens. It was just crazy. It's a pretty funny short. So let's get to the game, shall we? Thank you very much, and see you on the other side. Oh, dear Lord. Good game. Well, that was incredible to watch. What's happening here with their... Have they broken their processor? With that, are we going to get the win here? That's the most hideous thing I've ever seen against me. Not even the Eagles are coming to save us there. Oh, it's fine, because they come in to play tapped, and we gain 128 life. Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, oh my Lord. Oh my God, look at this go. More. Oh God, I need to clip this alone. I don't think that's enough to save us on the crackback anyway. Oh, okay. Unexpected match. Winner, draw. Okay. Always play first, kids. Always play first. Yeah, we can play Dream Beavers turn 1. There's no removal in this hand, which is probably a big mistake, but it is quite aggressive. No, I don't want another Lightstone Inquisitor, thank you. We will Novice Inspector next turn, I think. Or maybe let's Lightstone Inquisitor. They've got blue in their deck, so let's see if we can make a spell of theirs cost a bit more, shall we? Land is going to be what we need, so next turn we're probably going to have to play the inspect whether we like it or not. What did they exile? Page loose. Okay, what does this do? Okay, so this is going to be a Jeskai Revelations deck, isn't it? Or at least a mono blue Bumble. Okay, is this an Ugin deck? Well, let's go and get a Plains. The beautiful thing about Starfield Shepherd, it's just a 2-mana tutor. And if you build your deck right, then going and getting whatever you need is a nice thing. I don't mind committing to the board a bit more here, since we haven't seen another colour yet. Destroy target non-land permanent, we don't have to worry about that. So next turn, what do we want to be doing? They're playing the loose leaf. Okay. Okay, Momentum Breaker. Well, that starts the chain off, I suppose. But we need a land. I think if we're going to stay in this, we need a land. But this taps for mana, so if they're an Ugin deck, we need to take them off as much mana as we can. So let's swing in, and then let's get the Momentum Breaker back. I thought it was Planeswalker then. So we're putting more power on the board. This is good for us. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, they're still some way away from Ugin mana. I think we can cut the Zora lines completely. They're not going to be destroying much of our board here. Jace, reawakened, okay? You may exile a non-land card. Okay, yeah. Food tokens, we have to remember them. It becomes plotted, okay. What are you plotting from your hand then? Iron Crag. Well, let's make them discard a card. 4, 5 when they play it. I don't care about this Jace. Not really. We'll swing everything at you. The hope is next turn they spend all of their mana getting their life back up. Draw a card, discard a card, yep. They're going to play the Iron Crag. They're going to have 5 mana, which isn't enough for Ugin. They've probably got bounce spells and things, I'd imagine. A land. The Iron Crag. Okay, 4, 5, 6. Still not enough for Ugin. Draw 2 cards. Okay. Sure. Okay, we did draw a land. It comes into play tapped, which kind of sucks. But let's just swing for now. They're going to activate, yep. Gain 3. Yep. Go up to 4, we'll make them discard a card again. Make them really choose. Okay. If they got an Ugin in hand, 5, 6. They would get to draw and discard off of the Jace. River's Rebuke, nice. Okay, yeah, that's okay, Collector's Vault. Okay, well, we win anyway, because we can Dream Beavers twice, so it wasn't actually that difficult to figure out. Let's bounce the Dream Beavers. Sorry. Yeah, okay, we won in the most ridiculous way. Yeah, good game. That's why I love this deck. This isn't that great, but I'm going to keep it just because of the Novice Inspector, really. Corpses of the Lost is good to see. We will make them discard a card turn 2 with Momentum Breaker. And then turn 3 we'll play Corpses of the Lost. Yep, Bumbleflower, Sure Shoot, yep. Ooh. A Deep Cavern Bat is much better. Let's go with the Deep Cavern Bat, shall we? What have you got for us? Iron Man, yeah, let's take the Iron Man. Swing. Draw 2 cards, yeah, you're trying to Waterbend with this. I see you. There's no counter spells in hand though. Pondering. Let's be nice to our opponent. Howdy. They might have bounce in hand. They could gain the life now. We're not exactly going to be putting loads on the board, but Corpse of the Lost. It's got haste, isn't it? No, it doesn't have haste. Yeah, it does have haste. Yeah, okay. So we're hitting them in the face for a little bit next turn anyway. They are thinking long and hard. Yeah, okay. Fountain Port, Spirit Water Revival, sure. Right, let's hit them in the face with Corpses of the Lost. Let's swing out. Start putting them on a clock. Right, they've got 3 land. How much does Ugin cost? 7? That's 4. They're going to just draw some more cards, probably. They can't destroy... They might destroy Corpse of the Lost with the share pot. Probably. But next time I think I'm going to Momentum Breaker. And maybe some Pelkirian to bring the Corpses of the Lost back. Okay, Paged. Yeah, that is what they played. So yeah, we will be playing Momentum Breaker next turn. Lady Octopus. Okay, nice, nice. Where's the nice button? Right. Okay, let's do what we said we were gonna do. Let's momentum breaker. Yep. What do you wish to choose, madam? Still thinking. They're gonna take the page. Okay. I'm gonna leave up the Simple Kiernan and the clue. We don't need to play. Okay. What are you gonna tap? The skeleton? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I will just swing with the Deep Cavern Bat. And we'll pass on over 4. Oh, okay, they get ingenuity counters, don't they? So they can plop things down. Very nice. Very nice. Thinking, that's fine, buddy. Thanks for letting me know. They're down to 2 cards in hand. We are pretty... They've slowed us down. They're not doing anything. That's interesting. Let's return the Momentum Breaker to our hand, then. Let's see what they do. Because we want to clear the way for our little piddly creatures. So let's return the Momentum Breaker. And see what they do about that. Because we've still got 2 Power Flyer on the field now. Ah, a Pixie. Okay. I mean, I could just swing this in. See if they block. 4/5. This can drop a artifact spell. So an Iron Crag, something like that. They can sacrifice to draw 2 cards, which is probably what they're waiting to do. But we will Momentum Breaker probably still. Or shall we? Oh, we should have Corpses of the Lost, actually. That would have probably been a more beneficial play. But they're going to put an Ingenuity counter on her, using the draw 2. They're down to 7. So let's do what we said we were going to do. They know that's what we're doing. And maybe we'll pick up the Momentum Breaker again with the Pixie this turn. Because they're going to be drawing some cards here. They're going to draw 2 cards. They're going to put 2 counters and then they can tap to put an artifact down. So 4/5. Potentially 6, 7, depending on what they've got in their hand. They're likely to draw an Ugin off of 2 more cards and just tap in. Okay, they're not going to draw the cards first. Interesting. Peter Parker's camera. Okay. Interesting. Remove a film counter from this artifact. Copy target activated or triggered ability. Yeah, you're going to gain some life. Are you going to copy that? Nice. Nice. That's cool. That's cool, bro. I like that. That's cool. So you're going to gain some life from that. Oh. Right, let's Nurturing Pixie. Picking up the Momentum Breaker. I should probably have gone with the Corpse of the Lost, but they can't pull that trick again. They don't have the cards in hand. 4. They didn't put anything down mana accelerant-wise. 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay. Do we make them discard the cards that they have in hand? Thinking, yeah, that's fine. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, we put them down to 3. And an Ugin wouldn't necessarily save them anyway. Now they're debating whether they want to draw some cards here. And copy it with the Peter Parker's camera, probably. I'd like to draw land this turn. They're not going to do that. Ooh. Okay, let's make them discard the card they've got in their hands. Because then we can pick out... Discard the card in your hand, please. They might not go down to 3 because they might create a couple of tokens off of the Fountain Port. I don't think they've got the mana for that, though. 3, and it costs them life, so they probably won't want to do that anyway. What are you thinking about doing? Yeah, drawing some cards. Yeah, you're doing exactly what I wanted you to do. That tells me that that's an Ugin in hand. Yeah, sure. Ooh, interesting. Oh, I thought they were going to copy the activate. Oh, they are. Oh, no, they're not. Okay, okay. This is a cool little... They're going to copy that. Okay, nice. Nice. That's a good idea. So they draw 4 from that. But we can take a card from their hand. They do Enigma Jewel. Well, that's Deep Cavern back their new hand. Ugin. Lovely. We will take the Ugin. Let's swing out. Down to 7. Boombox, Bumble. Right, they can create another food token, but they don't have the Ugin in hand. 5, 6. What is he? He's 7 mana, yeah. So they've got the Castle Doom. Imagine if they drew an Ugin. That would be hilarious. Are they going to create a robot and then copy it? I would imagine so. Or are they going to destroy... Ah, okay, they didn't destroy the Deep Cavern Bat, interestingly. Ah, they're going to copy it and then destroy the Deep Cavern Bat. No. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's draw a card off the Inspiring Overseer. And then let's make them exile a card from their hand. They might, if they had an Ugin in hand, they would have played it already. They're down to 2. They're down to 2. This has really gone to the wire. Like I said, I don't think an Ugin even wins it for them here necessarily. River's Rebuke. Oh, nice. They've delayed the inevitable. Right, so how do we do this? Let's Deep Cavern back 1. Take the Ugin. Let's Deep Cavern back 2. Take the Iron Man armor. And then let's... Lightstone Inquisitor doesn't really do anything here. Let's go with... I mean, I could have just played Corpses of the Lost One 1. So that's a big misplay for me. Thinking about it. That's an oopsie. But they haven't really affected the board much. Like, they're still dead on board next turn. And they can't copy anything else with the camera. Those shenanigans are over. This has been a good game. I've enjoyed this. This is definitely going to make the cut for the best games. There's not many new cards in this Pixie deck, actually. I think the only new cards in the deck are the Eagles are coming, which I was very happy to add to the deck because it's just a repeatable offense. Offense? Right, okay, what are they doing? Are they going to kill Spirit Water Revival? Nice, okay. Play a land. Yes, gain some life. No doubt is what they're going to do here. Yes, gain 3 life. It's not going to matter. Good game. Let's make them exile a card from their hand first. They're going to exile this so we don't know what the other card is. Yep. That's exactly what they're going to do. Then let's Sunpearl Kieran. Do the same again. Strip them of their hand. I mean, I can do this. It was a River's Rebuke. Nice. Nice. They're down to 2 again. Ugin, lol. Again, it wouldn't save them. This game has gone round and round in circles. I don't want to give you an early GG, but... Nice deck. It has been a nice deck. They play land. Get a 3-3, yep. Yep. Nice. Defiant till the end. Well, we'll play Momentum Breaker. And we'll swing for the win. That was a very hard-fought win. Gives us value. Right, 1 land, no. Okay, we will keep this be the Sunpearl Kieran that goes back. Lightstone Inquisitor first, please. Hello. Let's say hello. They too mulliganed. Right, Lightstone Inquisitor. What are you playing, good sir? Leolut. Leolut. Oh, okay. Okay, they're playing like a mass. I reckon. Let's make them discard a card. Oh, fuck, I didn't. Okay, never mind. Well, they're probably going to play something that amasses. They don't do anything. Okay, interesting. Well, we're definitely going to Momentum Breaker them then. Discard a card, please, good sir. Thank you. Please and thank you. Yeah, okay. Then we're going to Nurturing Pixie. Do you want to see me do it again? Down to 16. They play a land. Hydra Assault Robot. Nice. Well, we can Dream Beavers and Momentum Breaker without having to shock ourselves. So let's do that. Momentum Breaker. Sack the Hydra Assault Robot, please. We will Dream Beavers. Anything. Yeah, I'll take it out from Pixie. Absolutely. Right. Swing in. They're down to 11. Legion Extruder. What are they going to kill? The Pixie? Probably. Yeah. That's fine. I got another one. Let's play a land for turn. Let's pick up the Pixie. So let's pick up the Momentum Breaker. Let's make him discard a card again. I don't mind making you discard cards over... The more you discard, the less you've got to deal with your 2 lands here. Like, I don't really care. We've got flyers. I don't really care if you put something on the board. You've got 2 mana. I just need to push. This is what I mean. We need that little extra push of damage. They concede. Right, okay. Ugh. Well then. Absolutely not. Better. Let's put back the Overseer. Do we want to Dream Beavers first? No, let's Lightstone Inquisitor. 2 power on the board straight away. Makes them discard a card. Not discard a card, but we'll definitely be playing Momentum Breaker next turn. Even though we can't repeat the trigger. It just pisses them off. Momentum Breaker is such a good little card. Right, okay, they play It's a swamp, okay. Sure. Black Mage's Rod, nice. We'll Momentum Breaker anyway. Just because we don't want them to have creatures on board. Simple as that. We'll swing for 2. Next turn we'll Dream Beavers and... Actually, no, we'll just Novice Inspector. A Black Mage's Rod, nice. A Starfield Shepherd. Okay. What would we want to get with a Starfield Shepherd? Of course, we'd want to get a Pixie, wouldn't we? Do we want to do that? I think we do. I think we do want to do that. Let's go and get a Pixie. Having an Airbender's Ascension would have been nice. I still really like the idea of that Bilbo deck, and I might look at building that. It's going to be the Eclipse soon. Oh, they take the damage, okay. Well, let's Dream Beavers. I don't need a Pixie right now. Yeah, I will keep a Momentum Breaker on top. Absolutely. We can go and get Pixie again with the Starfield Shepherd. Weapons Manufacture, nice. Legion Extruder. Do-do, do-do, do-do. Terrea's Journal, nice. Nice. Deal damage to any target. Okay. I see you. And they draw the card, yeah, that's pretty slick. Well, discard one of those cards for me, please, sir. And please and thank you, yeah. We'll play Nurturing Pixie. We'll pick up the Momentum Breaker. And we will play the Novice Inspector to get us our clue token. This game is in their favour with the Tarian's Journal. Like, that really pushes them a little bit further ahead in terms of card advantage. I mean, Black Mage's Rod would be an interesting inclusion in this deck. They don't deal 2 damage to things, actually, because that's just a weapons manufacturing. And the Tarian's Journal is only once a turn, so maybe we're okay. Another land. Sure, let's shock ourselves. Play the Momentum Breaker. Discard a card, please, good sir. A land. We will swing. And we will keep up the clue token. Yeah, okay, nice. Yeah, weapons manufacturing goes off. They put a counter on that, yeah. You're going to sack the munitions token, dealing 2 damage to the Nurturing Pixie. Yep, we will draw a card. Airbender Ascension. Okay. If we can draw a creature next turn, that makes me feel a lot better. A land. Doodaloo, doodaloo. Another automaton. Okay, they're in the ascendancy now, definitely. Nowhere to run. Okay, that's beautiful, actually. Right. Weaponsmith. Nowhere to run. Swing for 1. Next turn we can Shepherd. Start putting things on the Ascension. Yes. Fire Navy Trebuchet. Oh, okay, it's got reach. Nice. That's Boo and Hiss. We can't deal with that. I think they've got it here. They're sat behind too much of a wall now. Novice Inspector. We'll draw the card just cuz. It's Beavers, nice. Yeah, I don't want land. Thank you. Well, we'll fight on until the end. Yeah, deal 2 damage. We don't have anything that can help us here, really. We've got nothing that's Artifactate. Phantom Train, nice. Yeah, we will block. Good game. Authority of the Councils, you've come a bit too late, sweetheart. We play first, which is the good thing. Do you know what? That's not an awful opening hand. We don't go anything turn 1, which is a bit of a shame. But we can airbend something away turn 2. Even if we can't, I'm going to play it. Probably should have played Pixie turn 1, actually. I probably should have done that. Right, let's airbend Ascension. Please draw 3rd land. Please draw 3rd land. That would be lovely. It's so hot. Obsessive Pursuit. Okay, it's over. We don't draw a third land, but we do draw a Deep Cavern Bat, which we can play. Puts a counter on. Yeah, Ravenous Robots definitely needs to go. What are they going to play? The Machine Automaton? Yep. That is indeed what they play. We get another Deep Cavern Bat. I guess we take the Rapier. I don't really care about the Obsessive Pursuit. It's dealing damage to them, so... This thing needs to fuck off, though. The fact that it's got Trample is disgusting. Like, we're not going to be able to outrace this. Not for very long, anyway. We have got Lifelink, though. Deadly Pursuit, nice. Take the Ravenous Robots back, sure. Oh yeah, fuck. We're so screwed. Oh, we are so screwed, right? Well, we have to do this like this. Momentum Breaker is good. They're going to deal a lot of damage to us. A lot of damage. Providing they can't cast an artifact spell to get a trigger off Ravenous Robots. Right, they draw a card. Yeah, Tarian's Journal, nice. They're up to a 9/9. Yes, it will be up to a 10. It will be too much for us. 13, right? We will definitely be blocking that. Good thing is, the Momentum Breaker can gain us life. Let's Momentum Breaker. Then let's Concealed Courtyard, and let's Nurturing Pixie. Getting the Momentum Breaker. We'll swing with the Deep Cavern Bat. We'll gain a life. We'll bounce the bat. Take the Ravenous Robots out of their hand again. No, let's take the thing with Trample, shall we? Right, this is dealing damage to them, so I'm happy for this to continue. Samurai's Katana, nice. Oh, it's got haste. That's so buns, as the kids would say. That's so buns. I don't think we live. I don't think we live. 7. No, I don't think we do. Good game. No, it was exactly 4. Oh, no, it wasn't. Oh! Oh! We live. And we live enough to Momentum Breaker, killing the Katana. And then we'll draw a card and we'll gain some life. We're still in it. We're still in it, folks. We're still in it, folks. Up to 3. They're down to 10. Right, they can probably just suit up the Katana. Like, I still don't think we're going to survive this. Nice, yeah, Black Mage's Rod. Good game. We tried our best against this monstrosity of a engine. Oh, they didn't equip the Katana. Ah. Okay. Okay. We still don't gain life. We've got 2 speed. Let's... Let's Sunpoke here then. Return in the Momentum Breaker to our hands. Let's play the Momentum Breaker. There's not much else we can do. Is it at the beginning of the next upkeep? Yeah, at the beginning of the next upkeep, we get a 4/4. Or do we gain 2 life? I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's enough. So let's try and get a 4/4 out of it. Let's just do this. Let's try and get a 4/4 blocker out of this. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, okay. We get a 4/4. I don't know if that will save us. But it gives us more PT than we'd have otherwise. So... We've done so well. I'm so proud of my boy. So well. Really, really toughed it out. I mean, Obsessive Pursuit would be a good card for this deck, do you know? Red Mage's Rapier, yeah. I'm just going to scoop because there's no way we're going to win this.